Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, to the world away. We're now going to be doing stage 28 of Hero Collector's Build Your Own Ecto-1. Now if you want to get hold of this yourself, you still can. If you just go over to the links down here, if you're in the US, obviously click the US one. If you're in the UK, type the UK one in. That will take you to the Hero Collector website where you'll be able to order the Ecto-1 with all the free gifts that are going at the moment. If you use these links here, that just says that you've come from the world of Wayne so that they know who sent you over there. But you can join me building this and we can build it together. Okay, in this episode we're going to be doing the left exhaust pipe, so let's show you what we've got to do. Okay, so as you can see there's a lot of exhaust pipe here. All the exhaust is plastic, so that's looking just like that. We're going to be actually creating it and then we're going to be putting it in the car. We've got a little bit of extension there just for the manifold. Then we're going to be attaching it. All of that's done with the car upside down, and then we're going to flip the car over and we're going to be screwing it in from the top. But then we've got to turn it back over again, and then we've got to put brackets on. You see what I mean when I said that we're not done with the car being upside down? But as you saw there, with the fender liners in and the bulkhead, and then the fender liners at the back here, it is quite easy to turn the car over. So we're not going to have a problem with that. In the next issue, just so you know, we're going to be doing the right exhaust pipe, and then in the last issue of this pack, we're going to be doing the rear axle and brake drums. So that's probably going to be coming next week now because we've got so much on this week. But without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so this is what the left exhaust pipe looks like. There's absolutely loads of pieces in this, so we get this open and we'll get started on this. Okay, so we need to take these three sections of the exhaust pipe at the moment. Now, the first section we're going to be looking at is this one here. Now, I'm just looking the best way for this to go in. The way they've got it in the picture is, if you can see, we've got markings on one side of this, and one side is completely devoid of any marks at all. Is that side that they want going down into the box here. So basically this is going to fit just over the top here, looking like that, and it's going to be secured into place with an IP screw. Now there's absolutely hundreds of screws in this issue, so I'm just sorting them out, and we'll get the IP screw, which of course is the last one that I open, and we get one of those into place now. I'm holding that in, and we'll get the first screw in. And that's the first one in, looking just like that. You see, no wobble in that at all. Okay, the next piece we looks just like that. We have to be careful because these bits are similar, but we want the one that's actually got the bend that looks just like that. It's going to be this end we're going to be working on. Once again, we've got one that says L on one side and one which is pretty much devoid of anything apart from sort of like a molding press there. The molding press, I believe, will be facing upwards, so we're going to be putting that on just like that. Once again, this is going to be held in with an IP screw. But there we go, so that's in. So let's put the IP screw in here. There we go. Make sure that's nice and tight. I'm not going to get tighter than that. And that's, so far, that bit of the exhaust section completed. Then we need to put the box cover on here. It's going to go on just like that. Keep all of this together, and to keep that all pinned together, we're going to secure that in once again with IP screws. Okay, you need to make sure the box goes on the correct way. There is a lug in there to help locate that. But when it's on, we put the IP screw in and tighten them up. So there's one in this side, and I've already got the screw in this one ready to go. This is the second side. And there we go, that's that section of the exhaust complete. So the last section we've got to do now is the last bit of the exhaust. Look how long this exhaust is. We've got to put that just over the top here. You see we've got a half connection there and a half connection here, so that's just going to go over the top there. Little locating lug as well. Going to fit in just like that. And on this side here with the bigger hole, we're going to secure that all into place with a HP screw. So I've got a HP screw preloaded here. I'm just lining everything up here, and we'll get that in through the top there. Make sure that's in nice and tight and it's placed correctly, which it is there, looking just like that. And I think probably best on the side camera here, look how long that exhaust is. It's like a snake. It's ginormous. Oh my God. So I'm going to put the exhaust to one side and bring the vehicle over. Now the vehicle needs to be upside down, so I'm going to turn it upside down, and as you can see, it sits quite well upside down just like that. Now this is going to be pretty difficult to show you But I'm going to need to put the engine manifold part, which looks just like that, onto the other side of the manifold that we can see. Move this wire out the way from the brake distributor. It needs to go in just onto this wire here, and it's secured in with an AP screw. So we have got a hole to attach this to just here. Hopefully we can get this in first time. It's going in. Tighten it up completely. Yep, it's in. And when that's in, that part there is going to attach to the engine manifold, so we're now ready to connect the exhaust up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the exhaust that we've had, and we're going to take in this end here. We're going to be putting it over the manifold that we just put in. We're going to be doing it so that the exhaust point here is going to be going over, just trying to figure that out, over this point just here on the engine, because we're going to be securing this in from the other side here. So I'll plug this in here, pushing it all the way just like that, and then this is going to be secured in from this side but underneath, which means I've got to flip the vehicle back over again. Just want to push this in all the way just like that, turn the vehicle upside down, and basically we're going to be taking that in just from this side here with a CP screw. I'll get that screw ready. Quite a long screw the CP ones are, but I've loaded my screwdriver up, line the hole up there, and we'll get that into here. That's the CP screw attaching that exhaust all the way in there. So that's excellent, that's gone good. The next screw that we're going to be putting the exhaust in is just at the back here. This is going to be held in with an IP screw, so I'm putting that in. It's right by the wheel arch, this one. So that goes in here, nice and tight. We're pretty much finished from the top of the vehicle now, so once again we need to flip this upside down. There we go, and as you can see the exhaust is now in place. And now we need to start putting some exhaust brackets in. And the first bracket is just going to go into this point here. The bracket looks just like that, and we have got a lug in there. It's a locating lug. So this is going to go over this section here, and the silver section, which is arched, is just going to go over the pipe. So I'll put this into place just like that. It's going to be held in with a GM screw. These are really tiny screws, the GM ones. Now it is going into metal, so I am just going to drop a tiny bit of oil into that hole there, and we'll get this GM screw in just like that. Make it nice and tight, and that's the first bracket in. The second bracket's going to go the other side of the box here, exactly what we had just before, just a bit longer this one, and again it has got lugs just on the bottom of it. We put this into place just like that. Once again, drop a touch of oil in there, and we'll put that in with a GM screw. Make that nice and tight. This exhaust is now going nowhere. Now the next bracket we've got looks slightly different. It's black plastic and it's looking just like that. This is going to be going on this point over here. We've got 3 holes. We have got a lug there, which is a locating hole for the center one there. That's going to fit on just like that. That's going to be secured in with an EM screw this side and a BM screw just the other side. So let's get the EM screws out. 2 different screws. I am going to drop some oil into that hole there and that hole there. So I'll put the EM screw in first, get it nice and tight. Then I've got the BM screw here. BM screws are a lot thinner. It's going to go in. Get that loaded up properly. This point here, and then that's that bracket on. We've got one more bracket to put on, but we don't do that in this stage. This is what that bracket looks like, but we don't do it. We leave it to one side. They don't want us to put that on. So that's that stage complete, and as you can see, the exhaust is now in place. But there we go, that's stage 28 done. Stage 29, we're going to be doing the right hand side of the exhaust, so that one's going to be coming. As you can see, a complete empty box, but we are just left with this one part here, so keep that part safe, definitely. Once again, if you want to get hold of this yourself, I've put the link down here, so you'll be able to follow that link. You'll be able to order this from issue 1, and you'll be able to get this for yourself. But I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.